Hey guys, I'm back today with a new Minecraft video. Today I'll be showing you a server I'm currently messing around with. Seeing as quite a few of the servers I play on don't actually work anymore because they're offline for specific reasons, I decided I'd show off my server that I've been working on that I'm hopefully going to release to the public once I find a good server host. So, when you join the server, this is the spawn room. Some useful naming signs along the sides, some Windows logos along the edges, and some portals to the end, to War World, Survival, Freebuild, which is full-on creative, and of course to the Nether. Now, let's see, what should we start with? I think survival is a great way to start any introductory video. Now this is 1.2.3, so double doors work properly. This is the current spawn. Nice little building I made here, with a portal back to spawn, or to the spawn world. And you've got basically every biome from here. You've got the mountainous ones here, the flattish ones there, a snow one there. And if we go around here and climb the bushes, down there is a nice swamp biome. Over here is a nice desert. And then, of course, we go back to a nice mountainous one over here. In one of the directions, I believe it's really far past the desert one, is a jungle biome. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go home to my jungle biome, where my house is. I'm going to have to turn my sound down a bit because of one of my mods, which adds little sound effects in the background, which are not useful for me in this case. Now I'm also using Optifine, that's why this glass looks merged so well. And yeah. So up here, a view of the beautiful jungle. My brother's house down there. My diving board right here, and he's built a little thing down there, which is very nice. Down to the fishing pond down there. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to jump straight in. So that's the survival world, and then to get back to spawn and straight through the portal. So that was survival. Next we have, of course, the Nether. Fairly simple, fairly deadly. Then the wonderful end. Not very safe. Now what I've done is the end portal returns you back to survival. I might do the same with the Nether, but I don't know. Then we have, of course, freebuild, which, as I said, is a full-on creative world. So you can fly around. You have infinite blocks. And, of course, insta-break. I've also locked the time in both freebuild and the spawn, so the sun is always in the same spot. Using actually I can show you now. I'll just change my game mode. Down here, a false book plugin sets the time. I've also got these levers here which control the lights individually for each of the portals. So if one of the portals doesn't work, just turn off the light. Now I just need stone. And lastly, my favourite world, which has taken a while to design, and I'm bound to make more changes over time, but War. Now this uses the War plugin, which allows you to have different arenas. This War Hub is automatically built, and you can go to it using /warhub. At the moment there are 3 maps: PvP, Spleef, and Capture the Flag. I might have more, as you can see down there. I've been playing around with other things, I might show it in the video later. But let's start with PvP. Now this is a very basic map. Always some edits can be done. But it's right next to the Spleef arena, which is down there. There's a sneak preview. 2 teams, each with a maximum of 5 players at the moment. It's currently a maximum 20 player server, and it's home hosted, so I can't have a lot of players anyway. 3 lives, 3 points each. Once the lives, basically it works, once the lives run out on one team, the other team gets a point. And once your team gets 3 points, you win. Okay, so let's join red. I know there's no one else playing, of course, but I can still show it off. So once you join the game, it steals your inventory and puts it to storage. Of course, that doesn't really matter because I'm using a separate world for these, but it's useful if you choose to have war arenas in your survival world if you run your own server. Now this is the very small PvP map, that's why it's only 5 players each. I did not make any of these 3 arenas that I'm going to be showing you. I can't build this well, but I needed something that would look good and something you could fight from. So what I've done is there are 2 exits, one there and one there, and a third one further down. So basically, when you spawn, which is on this spawn point here, it tells you your current team score and so on. Both teams have a similar room, 2 exits along the side which go to the main arena, and then a third one here in case you have a camper that's sitting by one of those 2 exits and constantly attacking you. You can just come out the back. I do have to fix this up, but you know, I might put a window there or something. For some, or at the moment just for this map, you can leave the game by going straight through a portal, or using the war commands leave, or if there are other plugins, war leave. What it'll do is it'll return your previous inventory if you have one, and that's the end of the PvP map. So now back to the war hub. Next we have Spleef. Now this is again 2 teams with a maximum of 7 players per team, with 5 lives and a maximum of 3 points. Now Spleef works in a very easy way. Basically each team has a shovel and tries to make the people from the other team fall to their deaths. Now I do have the lava there, but it isn't really needed because you die from falling rather than from burning to death, but I find it's a nice touch. So that's the Spleef arena. That area up there where a crowd could sit, I'm not actually using at the moment. I might, but that would mean adding a third team black, which I would have to modify to not be affected, or to not be able to affect the match. So, you know, huge fencing to block them off or something. So let's leave this arena. It's a very simple one, and a simple war command, reset zone. That just reloads it back to a default loadout. So I'm going to go back to War Hub. And the third one, which I'm most proud of, which is down there, my Capture the Flag map. Now, this I didn't design myself, as I said with the other two. However, this one took a lot more editing than the other two. Basically, I grabbed one building, split it in half, duplicated it, and flipped it, so that both teams would have equal ground. And I'll show you inside in a sec. Both teams maximum of 6 players. I should probably reset it because of the points. And 4 lives each. If you're wondering, that's my brother who's also able to control this server. Each team at the moment gets 2 stone swords, a bow, and a stack of arrows. Now this is Capture the Flag. You spawn on 1 point. Apologies for any lag, I don't know why I'm getting those. And of course your own flag. Now you can't break your own flag, it doesn't do anything. But each team has an exact same side, it's split down the middle. Both have stairs, both have the spawn point and the flag on the same level. If we go down, this level here has little rooms like this. And there's a nice big arena here if you want to do a large battle. Of course, at the moment I don't have many players, as you can see, because it is home hosted. I don't have that much bandwidth, and my modem is also being dodgy and I'm getting horrible speeds. So as I said, both teams have equal ground. So if we walk through here, spawn point and flag, and then the same staircase. Now I'm also going to show up here because I really like how it was designed. Some little rooms, a little bit of a maze. If I could move the spawn point and flag up here just because it's a little more of a challenge to get through, because that's just how the map was designed. I'm also thinking of adding the exit portals, maybe shift them down and put 2 doorways here, but then again, it's a big map. If someone's going to leave, they're just going to use the command anyway. And up here, now again, I didn't make this, but I really like this map. It's nice and big. It would suit 10 players per team, or 30 players per team if I could fit that many people. And basically it's a bunch of chests, bookcases, spider webs. It's a nice little challenge if you're playing with a... Wonderful. I realise I can't break them, but if I break it for a split second, it would mean I can escape. So a nice little area here, and even better, if we go, I think, no, it's on that side. I'm using my mini-map to figure out where I'm actually trying to go. Now, in this corner, I did basically try and balance out the tower. As you can see, iron doors, iron doors. It's nothing special. I should probably fill this window in, actually. Players could just escape. But both teams get the exact same thing. That's if you want to do a quick kind of mini battle in here. But that's the Capture the Flag map. What I'll do is actually go back down to the bottom, steal Blue's flag, because as you can tell by my wool block, I am on red team. Now I'll go down the stairs, again, this map is more designed for a large amount of players. It can be played with 4 players. 2 players is definitely not enough. I have also noticed a slight bug with, no, I can't steal the flag, but basically you would steal the flag and you would run back to either your spawn or your own flag. So that's that. Now what I'm actually going to do is, because I feel like it, and it's a bit of a sneak peek of both what war can do and what I plan on probably adding to the capture the flag map. Let's see if I can remember this. Zone config disabled false. Now basically what that means is there's a 4th portal now, monument test, maximum of 20 players, walk straight through it. Now 2 new teams, pink and navy. I'm going to go on the navy team. Now monuments, flags, cakes and bombs. It's much easier to explain this with 2 players, but seeing as it's just me for now, I'm not going to bother my brother. He's probably working on his little fishing area. Basically, to grab a monument you need a coloured block of your team and you place it in the monument. All the other team has to do is steal the block and you no longer are in control of the monument. Now the problem with that is I can't just hide a wool block because I've set the map on unbreakable. So, you know, if someone wanted to break a wool block, they wouldn't be able to. In the same way that I can't place this block back here. Another way a player could, you know, just grab a block off their head and stick it in the monument. And then I could just grab this second block that I broke out of my spawn and place it in there. So that's one thing. I was thinking of something like, you have your own flag, you steal your own flag and place it in there, but you can't break your own flag. At least by the default configuration, and I haven't modified how to change it, or learnt how to modify it. Next we have the cake. Now the cake is a great addition. Basically, if you reach your team spawn with the cake, you replenish your life pool. So if your life pool, if your team has 5 out of 7 lives left for that point, or you know 0 or 1 life left, then you would grab the cake, bring it back to your spawn, and you would automatically get your lives back. So that's the cake. I might add the cake or a few cakes into the capture the flag arena just because it's such a big arena designed for many players. Now the TNT is very nice. I misspelt bomb, as you can see. You have bomb. Basically, if you reach your other team's spawn with the TNT, you blow up their spawn. Now, of course, there are no players on their team, so it means nothing. Apologies for that. It doesn't do anything when you're on your own, but you can otherwise blow up the other team's spawn, and if people have just spawned, they would die. Now, if you're carrying this bomb, and another person comes up to you, if you have the bomb as your active item, if they hit you, if you fall too hard, then you blow up. And in most cases, you kill the other person with you. Unless they hit you with an arrow. So that's basically things I'd like to add to my other maps, but haven't figured out how. Because they're nice things. I really like the cake, but I don't know how to implement it. Simple as that. So I'm just going to leave here. Actually, one last thing. Something I really like about War is it sets boundaries. And even better, if you have minimal lag, these boundaries can be like a little fighting arena of their own. The problem is, even my brother, who is on a local network with me, gets enough lag to fall through these blocks and respawn on this little map. But it would be very nice to have just a map based on glass like this, similar to Spleef, where you can fight in a very unusual fashion. I find that funny. But that's that. Thanks for watching. Please comment, rate, share, or what was the other one? I don't know. But yeah, if you like my videos, do let me know. If you have any suggestions, let me know. And be sure to recommend my videos to your friends if you think they'd be interested. I'm also looking for a server host, one that can get... I'd prefer one hosted in Australia, but if I can get one in Germany, for example, or the United States, where that doesn't have a high ping, I'm just going to disconnect and do a quick run through of what kind of ping I'm getting for most servers. That's a local server. So something lower than that. I mean, 500 milliseconds for me isn't too bad, but whatever works. So thank you for watching, and see you next time.